Okay, I need some help in understanding our country's new gas policy. Hello and welcome to Sweet Home California. My name is Jennifer. I am so sorry for the premiere that on the same topic I just tried starting a few minutes ago, but apparently my microphone was not working, so I am re-recording it and hope I can remember all the important topics that I wanted to cover. But Biden just announced that he is going to be allowing a special blend of called E15, which is 15% ethanol instead of the normal 10% ethanol that we've had in this country, for decades now at this point. But the E15 blend is normally something that is excluded during the summer months, and there's a reason for that. The reason being is that it's bad for the environment. It produces more smog, especially in the summer months, which is why it has up until this time been prohibited in the summer months. But there are other bad things about the E15 ethanol, and that is that because it has more higher water content, it breaks down the gas faster, and many engine manufacturers explicitly say using this blend will void your warranty. So make sure that you check out your car's manufacturer, and also anything else that uses gas, like lawnmowers, snow blowers. At this point, we're done with snow blowers, but anything else, make sure you know, because even with the 10% ethanol that is normally in gas, you need to stabilize it, or over the course of a month or two, the the gasoline breaks down and it goes bad. So if you leave it in your snowblower, and you used it in the fall or in the winter, January, it was working fine, but you leave the excess gas in there, you go to use it again the following winter and it won't start. Same thing with your gas mower. It won't start after a few months. Your generators won't start because it gums up the carburetor because it attracts moisture into that fuel, whereas a pure gas won't. Diesel tends not to have that problem. I don't know all the science behind it. If somebody knows, please put that in the description below so that we can all be better informed on what's going on here. But yeah, so Biden, instead of saying, okay, we got a problem with our gas prices being too high, well, we could reduce the amount of federal taxes. We could encourage the states to reduce their taxes. We could encourage more production. We've got our own oil fields in Alaska and California. Kern County, where I'm at, is one of the has some of the biggest oil reserves underground in the entire country. But I continue to drive by oil pumps that are not moving. Why is that? Is it because California is just really against oil and they don't want to see it being pumped out of the ground at any price? I think a lot of Democrats are happy that the prices are so high because they see it as encouraging people then to get those electric cars. But here in California, during the summer, um, we have problems with electricity already. Our prices for getting electricity to our house is one of the most expensive in the entire country, and that is not going to be helped by having more electric cars on that grid trying to pull electricity. As it is already, people, we have these rolling blackouts. In the summers, and we have all these fires because of electricity going through the lines and everything. Poor forest management, but I'm getting off the topic here. So these are different tools that he could have had in his toolbox to help bring the price of gas down. He could have encouraged the pipeline to continue to be built, reduce regulations, increase leases, decrease red tape to get that oil out of the ground from manufacturers that have already identified new sources. But no, he didn't do any of that. Instead, first he asked Saudi Arabia to pump more, then he asked Venezuela to pump more. He's asking these dictatorships to pump more, and they're like, hey, we get more money for less work. Why would we want to increase our production? It just waters down the price. So no. Instead, he decides, okay, we are going to add more corn to our gas. Corn that is grown out of the ground. Corn that needs fertilizer. Corn is one of the most fertilizer intensive crops that we have. Now, granted that this particular corn is not designed to be consumed by humans, but this particular corn does take up space that could otherwise have been used for humans. Also, this particular type of corn can be used for feed for our animals. So, there have been a number of articles, I'll put the links down in the description, talking about the pros and cons of an ethanol blended gasoline. But as it is, there was an article written in like 2010 that stated that 1/3 of our corn production in this country goes into our gas tanks. And what it does is it decreases the life of our engines, it increases pollutants into the air, and it increases the price of our food, not only vegetables and things like that, but it also increases the cost of our meat because, again, our animals also eat this food that's grown out of the ground. And of course, fertilizer prices have gone up anywhere from 2 to 3 times the cost that they were last year. So it's very likely that we're going to see farmers switching from high fertilizer requirement type foods like corn to lower fertilizer requirement foods like soybeans. Can you put soybeans in your gas? I don't know. But anyhow, I really would like to know your thoughts down below. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a farmer, but I can look up things on Google and DuckDuckGo, and this just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, and I'd really like to know what your thoughts are on this. Anyhow, I appreciate you watching. God bless, and I will talk to you next time.